see about how to configure the DNS server. DNS server is used to resolve the domain name to the IP address. So in the internet, whatever the domain name that we search for, www.facebook.com or www.google.com, all these domain name are having the specific IP address. So the function of the DNS server is to map the domain name with respect to its particular IP address. So that is the function of the DNS server. So in this first we have started our Reddit virtual machines. So we will go step by step. So first we will log in as the root user. Go to the terminal. Okay, then we can check our IP address by using the command ifconfig. So our IP address is 192.168.225.129. So we need to write this IP address. Then we need to give the host name to our machine. You can give the host name by using setup command, setup host name. Okay, so this will take you to the host name. You can type here the host name here. So you can see here the DNS configuration. You can type here, I have written here www.sics.com. So primary DNS 192.168.225.2. Okay, so we have to just give the host name here. So after setting up the host name, we can check the host name for your machine by issuing the command hostname. So you can see the host name for your machine, that is www.sics.com. So for DNS, what are the steps that we need to follow? First of all, we need to check the bind packages are installed or not. So you can issue this command minstall -y bind star. So it is already installed here. So we'll just check the packages. Okay, so it will show whether the packages is installed or not. So you can see here the bind utils. These are the packages that are shown here, bind libs. So our bind packages is already installed. Then we need to edit this file /etc sysconfig network scripts ifcfg 20. /etc sysconfig. Network scripts. So these are the things that we need to edit. On boot, we have to keep it as S. Boot Pro, we have to keep it as DSCP. DNS, the name server, the IP address that we are currently seen for our machine 192.168.255.129, that we will edit here. One 192.168.225.129, that is the DNS. User CTL no. So we have to add this onboard as equals to no, device equals to 800 DNS 192.168, that is the IP address for our machine that we are considering the machine, configuring the machine as DNS server. So we need to save this content. So after editing this line slash sysconfig network scripts ifcfg20, we need to edit the line slash etc slash host file. So we have to go to this line, go to this file slash etc slash host. We have to write the IP address and the domain name that we want to. Okay, so you can see here 192.168.225.129. This is our IP address, and this is the host name of our machine that we have given. So after giving this file, you need to save this file. You can press escape shift colon WQ. Then we need to edit one more file, that is the resolve.conf file. So in the resolve.conf file, you are providing the name server 192.168.1.4. that is nothing but our again IP address of our machine. So you can see here, search sics.com, name server 192.168.225.129 we can give here. We can comment this line. Just we can add this line, search sics.com. After editing the resolve.conf line, we need to go for the name.conf file via slash etc slash name.conf file. So here we need to add the IP address of a machine here. Listen on port 53 192.168.225.129. And then one more line we need to edit here, that is line number 17, allow query any. These are the two lines that we need to edit. After editing this name.conf file, in the name.conf file you can see here there were the zone files. There are zone files which are present in the name.conf file. We will come out of this file. We have to configure the forward zone and the reverse zone file. Okay. So those zone files are located in the /var/name directory. So we can make the backup of that files by issuing the command copy cp/var/named. We can rename it to some other backup file as /var/name.back.conf file. So in the /var/name file there are two files. So we'll go to that particular directory. So you can see here name.loopback and name.localhost. So name.localhost is nothing but our forward zone file, and name.loopback is nothing but our reverse zone file. So you have to copy this content by using the command copy name.localhost to forward. I already created forward.zone. I am taking one more, that is forward1.zone file. So in this we can create the forward zone. Similarly we can go for creating the reverse zone file. Similarly for creating the reverse zone file you have to write here name.loopback reverse one we can create here. Already I have the reverse zone file created. I am showing you the steps how to go for creating that. So after creating your forward zone and the reverse zone file, so actually how the file looks like, you can see the file here. So it is in this particular format @in SOE @rname.valued. So you have to replace here @ by your IP address of our machines for the forward zone. Similarly for the reverse zone we have to edit this content. So we can see the content here how I have edited here. Okay, so this is our forward zone file. So wherever @ was there, I have replaced it with my hostname www.sics.com. Similarly rname.invalid is replaced by root.www.sics.com and @ sign is there here. Similarly this @ is replaced by @in ns www.sics.com, and at the last line we have to write this www.in a and the IP address of our machine. So forward zone means whenever we type the domain name it will search for this particular IP address 192.168.225.129. Similarly for the reverse zone file, so this is the content of name.loopback. We have copied this file to the reverse zone. So you can see in the reverse zone again this @ is replaced by www.sics.com. rname.invalid is replaced by root.www.sics.com. Here at the last we have to write the IP address, that is 192.168. The IP address of our machine was 192.168.255.129. So whatever the last digit is there 129, that we have to write here 129 in PTR, because it will when the IP address is given it will look for the domain name. So this is the reverse way. So whenever the IP address is given it is looking for the last digit, that is 129, and it is resolving to the domain name www.sics.com. So after creating this we have to change the ownership to the name file chown to the name /reverse.zone and forward.zone. We have to change the ownership to the name file. We can see the content of the name file also via /etc. So you can see the line allow query yes, listen on port 192.168.255.129. So after configuring these files, we need to start the name services. We can make the service available at the boot time by using the chconfig on. We can stop the firewalls by using service IP table stop. Then to check whether DNS is configured or not, we can issue the dig command. No server could be reached. The steps that we have done here. So first we have to install the bind packages. We need to edit this file /etc sysconfig network scripts. We have to keep the on boot no. We have to provide the DNS, the IP address of our machines. Then we have edited this file /etc/host 192.168.1.4. We have given it as www.sics.com, the IP address and the host name. And again we have edited one more file which is nothing but /etc resolve.conf file, where we have given the search and the subdomain. Okay, also you can provide the name server 192.168.1.4. Then we have created the forward zone file and the reversion file from the /var/name loopback and the localhost. We have to copy this file to the forward zone and the reversion file. So we have issued this command: copy name.localhost to name.forward, name.loopback to name.reverse. We can give this as, instead of name.forward, you can give it as forward.zone. Instead of name.loopback, we can give it as reverse.zone file. So after creating these two files, forward zone and the reverse zone file, we need to edit the forward zone and the reverse zone file. And also we have to change the ownership, that is the group ownership of that file. So we can write here change group named /var/name /forward.zone. We are changing the group ownership to the named. Similarly for the reverse zone also /var/name /reverse.zone, we are changing it to the named group. So in this way, these steps we have to follow it. Then you can see the DNS server will be configured. The steps that we have done here. So first we have to install the bind packages. We need to edit this file /etc sysconfig network scripts. We have to keep the on boot no. We have to provide the DNS, the IP address of our machines. Then we have edited this file /etc/host 192.168.1.4. We have given it as www.sics.com, the IP address and the host name. And again we have edited one more file which is nothing but /etc resolve.conf file, where we have given the search and the subdomain. Okay, also you can provide the name server 192.168.1.4. Then we have created the forward zone file and the reverse zone file from the /var/name loopback and the localhost. We have to copy this file to the forward zone and the reverse zone file. So we have issued this command: copy name.localhost to name.forward, name.loopback to name.reverse. We can give this as, instead of name.forward, you can give it as forward.zone. Instead of name.loopback, we can give it as reverse.zone file. So after creating these two files, forward zone and the reverse zone file, we need to edit the forward zone and the reverse zone file. And also we have to change the ownership, that is the group ownership of that file. So we can write here change group named /var/name /forward.zone. We are changing the group ownership to the named. Similarly for the reverse zone also /var/name /reverse.zone. We are changing it to the named group. So in this way, these steps we have to follow it. Then you can see the DNS server will be configured.